If you have learned English before, I'm sure you did one thing again and again. You memorized vocabulary words. You made long lists. You learned many words and their meanings in your own language. Then you tried your best to remember them. Aren't they? But I want to tell you something very honestly. Memorizing vocabulary words is a waste of time. Yes, I said it clearly. A waste of time. Why? Because memorizing single words doesn't help you speak English. It doesn't help you to understand the fast English. And it doesn't help you sound natural. With our Power English course, we stop doing this old thing. Instead, we follow the first rule: learn phrases, not words. Let me repeat it slowly. Learn phrases, not words. Now, you may ask, what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that stay together and give one clear idea. A phrase is a natural part of the language. In English, some words always go together. They sound right together. For example, we say, I am on an island. We don't say, I am at an island. Why? Is there a big grammar reason for it? No, there is no logic. One phrase is natural and the other is not. That is how language works. Now, let me give you another example. Imagine you want to learn the word hate. In a normal class, you learn hate means a strong dislike. Then you repeat hate, hate, hate. This is the old way. This is how most of us learned English in our schools. We memorized individual words, we memorized grammar tables, and we memorized verb forms. And very often, we memorize translations. Because of this, when you speak English, what happens? First, you think in your own language, and then you translate into English, and then you speak. This extra step makes you slow. It makes listening difficult. It makes speaking stressful. This is why many students feel confused and slow. Now, listen to me carefully. There is a better way. When you hear a new word, don't just learn that only particular word. Learn the complete phrase, complete sentence. For example, instead of memorizing only hate, just memorize Rohan hates ice cream. Memorize the full sentence. Now something amazing happens. You remember Rohan, you remember ice cream, and you remember that Rohan did not like it. Your brain creates a small story. Because of this story, the phrase becomes easy to understand. Phrases have meaning, words alone do not. This extra information helps your memory. You learn faster, you remember longer, and there is a big bonus. And that big bonus is when you learn phrases, you also learn English grammar automatically. You don't need to study grammar rules. You don't need to think about verb forms. Look at the phrase now. Rohan hates ice cream. Do you notice the S comes in hates? You did not think about grammar rules, but your brain learned it. Later, you will naturally say, he hates coffee, she hates noise. The sentence like that, you will start to speak them automatically. And you will not forget the S because you learned it the right way. This is how children learn a language. Think about your own language. When you were a child, did you learn grammar rules? No, absolutely not. You learned phrases like give it to me, he fell down, or like a come here. You learned groups of words. Word by word learning is slow. Phrase learning is fast. Now let's talk about pronunciation. Many English learners worry about pronunciation. They worry about sounds like R, L, V, and B. But the biggest problem is not sounds. The biggest problem is rhythm. English has music. English has flow. Native speakers speak in phrases. They pause naturally between phrases. But many students speak word by word. They pause in strange places. They sound unnatural. Native speakers find it hard to understand sometimes. This is very frustrating. The solution is very simple. Speak in phrases. When you learn phrases, your rhythm becomes natural. Your pronunciation becomes clearer and your English flows easily. You sound confident. You sound natural. Now, you may ask, where do I find the real phrases to learn? The good news is everywhere. Movies, stories, articles, podcasts, conversations, everywhere you can find them. You only need one habit. Keep a phrase notebook always with you. Every time you hear or read something new, write the full sentence, not one word, the full phrase. Then review these phrases every day. Slowly, your notebook will be full of real English, not exam English, the real spoken English. For example, in a movie, you hear someone say, they are getting away. You know the meaning of get and you know the meaning of away. But do you know what does it mean together? It means escape. If you write only one word, you miss the meaning. If you write the phrase, you understand everything. Let me give you another example. Look at this sentence. He was a bad dog. From this phrase, you learn past tense was and natural English bad dog. You don't need to study grammar. Grammar comes automatically. When you write a phrase, also write where you heard it. This feeling is very important. This feeling is called natural English instinct. Now, one more thing about pronunciation. Many students feel strange using an English accent. They feel shy, they feel fake. So, let me tell you something. This is completely normal. You are using new sounds. Your voice feels different, so it's okay. Now, let me tell you about a fun method, and that is to copy an actor. Pretend you are your favorite Hollywood actor who speaks English well. Speak like them, move like them, exaggerate, make it a game, have fun. When you start worrying and start playing, your pronunciation improves naturally. So remember this. The first rule of Power English is a very simple. Always learn English phrases, not individual words. But this small change improves everything. Your grammar, your pronunciation, your memory, your confidence. And in the next lesson, you will learn another powerful rule. And this rule will free you from boring grammar and the translation forever. So stay with me. Your English journey is just beginning.